In the heart of Africa's Copperbelt, where once the world's copper was sourced and a nation's identity was forged, a remarkable endeavor is unfolding. In July, a Silicon Valley startup, fueled by cutting-edge technology and backed by influential venture capitalists, embarked on a mission to uncover the next treasure trove of high-quality copper deposits. The potential ramifications are vast, offering not only a chance to rekindle a fading mining powerhouse, but also to reshape a nation's economy and contribute to the global shift toward clean energy. As we delve into this saga, we'll explore the challenges, aspirations, and the intricate dance between economic progress and environmental stewardship that shapes Zambia's ambitious copper revival. In the month of July, a Silicon Valley startup embarked on an audacious quest, driven by the pursuit of the world's next premier copper reserve. This fascinating journey led the company, Copperbelt Metals, to the doorsteps of once thriving mining powerhouse in Zambia. Nestled in the Copperbelt province, just inside Zambia's border with the Democratic Republic of Congo DRC, the town of Chililabomwe became the epicenter of a $150 million exploration endeavor that held the promise of unearthing a bounty of high-quality, sought-after copper deposits. The significance of this venture extended far beyond mere financial gain. It held the potential to catalyze an economic renaissance for the entire nation. The driving force behind this ambitious project was a cutting-edge application of artificial intelligence (AI) technology. Copperbelt Metals leveraged this technology to precisely guide the placement of drill rigs, each costing a staggering $1 million per deployment. Alex Matthews, Zambia's country manager for Copperbelt, aptly captured the magnitude of this undertaking, stating, "There are very few people in the world who have the support to do something like this." The support he referred to was not just financial but came from some of the world's most influential venture capitalists, including Breakthrough Energy Ventures, backed by luminaries such as Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, along with Andreessen Horowitz. This infusion of capital was a remarkable example of resources flowing from non-traditional mining circles to address a looming global copper shortage, an essential raw material for the ongoing global energy transition. This ambitious endeavor held the promise of breathing new life into the Copperbelt, a region that once held the title of the industry's beating heart. While copper remains the cornerstone of Zambia's exports and a significant driver of economic growth, the majority of current output comes from mines in the northwestern province, not from the historically vital Copperbelt. President Hakainde Hichilema, who took office in 2021, set forth a grand vision to more than triple Zambia's annual copper production from the existing 800,000 tons to a staggering 3 million tons by the year 2032. This goal, while epic in scale, carried the potential to elevate Zambia's status beyond even its neighbor, the DRC, Africa's largest copper producer. To approach this goal, Hichilema's administration faced a twofold challenge. They needed to attract significant investment for new exploration, while also reinvigorating aging underground mines that had been burdened by high power costs, a consequence of decisions made during his predecessor Edgar Lungu's tenure. Hichilema himself underscored the importance of every ton produced, recognizing that this collective effort would determine the nation's trajectory. It was a monumental task, requiring not only financial backing but also a careful orchestration of economic strategies, policy stability, and infrastructural enhancements. Geography emerged as a crucial factor in this narrative. Zambia shares a geological endowment similar to that of the DRC. However, the challenge lay in the substantial distance the copper had to travel, approximately 1,800 kilometers or more, often by truck, to reach export ports like Namibia's Walvis Bay or Dar es Salaam. Despite this logistical hurdle, Zambia held an advantage in terms of political stability when compared to some of its neighbors in the region. This stability provided a conducive environment for the kind of sustained development necessary to turn the Copperbelt's fortune around. Mfeke Makai, the chief executive of Copperbelt in Zambia, added her voice to the conversation. As the first Zambian woman to head a mineral exploration company, she offered a unique perspective. While she preferred to view Zambia as land-linked to its 8 neighboring countries, she acknowledged that the Copperbelt had faced challenges due to inadequate infrastructure upgrades for efficient market access. However, Hichilema's government exhibited a commitment to addressing these infrastructural shortcomings. Initiatives such as the regional railway connection to Angola's Lobito port and the establishment of a cross-border economic zone with the DRC held the potential to significantly transform the region's economic landscape. Hichilema's government was also taking steps to stabilize the mining sector. Mining taxes, which had experienced constant fluctuations under the previous administration, were now on a more stable trajectory. Moreover, a deal had been struck to create a cross-border economic zone with the DRC, aiming to add more value to their copper by incorporating it into locally manufactured electric car batteries. These strategic moves were evidence of a government determined to pave the way for a thriving copper industry while addressing past challenges. However, one of the most significant hurdles that Hichilema needed to overcome was the legacy of his predecessor's actions' costly state takeovers of the Copperbelt's largest mines, Konkola and Mopani, between 2019 and 2021. The repercussions of these decisions were tangible. Mopani, for instance, reported a substantial $300 million loss in the previous year, following the sale of a majority stake to ZCCMH, Zambia's state mining investor, for $1.5 billion in 2021. The soul of Zambia is right here in the Copperbelt. It anchors our economy, emphasized Gito Kayamba, a Zambian venture capitalist turned special advisor to Hichilema. Kayamba played a pivotal role in bringing Cobalt's drilling operation to the country. He conveyed a deep sense of duty to ensure the transformation of the entire region, highlighting the profound impact the Copperbelt's success would have on the nation as a whole. Zambia's relationship with copper dates back to the early years of its independence from Britain in 1964. During that era, the nation contributed over 1/10 of the world's total copper production. The industry was harnessed as a tool for nation building, funding vital projects that have left an indelible mark on the country's identity. The Tazara railway line to Tanzania, the hydropower infrastructure that remains the primary energy source, and the education of generations of mine engineers were among the nation-building endeavors that were made possible by the revenues from the copper industry. However, as the global copper prices plummeted in the 1980s, Zambia's reliance on this single commodity took its toll. ZCCM, responsible for managing the mines, struggled to finance necessary investments, and the nation faced economic challenges. By 1990, political changes were underway, with Zambia's one-party regime, led by founding father Kenneth Kaunda, facing resistance from labor unions and voters in the Copperbelt. The subsequent privatization of the mines, although slow to reverse the industry's decline, brought about its own set of issues, including what are now seen as one-sided tax breaks. Exploration dwindled during this period. Lessons were learned from this tumultuous phase. The focus shifted towards finding a balance between extracting value from the copper mines and distributing that value among the population. Zambia's population, now approaching 20 million, demanded a fair share of the industry's benefits. The need to address poverty rates and prevent a rise in inequality became a central concern for successive Zambian governments. If Zambia is to embark on a new era of copper prosperity, it must first address a complex set of challenges. The nation finds itself at the crossroads of economic potential and environmental responsibility, navigating a path that would benefit both its people and the global demand for clean energy. The story of Zambia's copper revival is a saga that extends beyond the mine shafts.